Welcome to WhatGear Reviews. If it's your first time here, consider subscribing if you like tech reviews and loads of other tech related stuff. And this video is brought to you by Vodafone.co.uk, who hooked me up this iPhone 11 to test out for you guys. So go check them out. They got some awesome deals right now, including a deal for the Xperia 5, which I'm also going to be testing out, where you can get a free PlayStation 4 with FIFA. So that's an awesome deal. Links below this video. And as well as those two awesome devices, I'm also going to be checking out the Oneplus 7T Pro Mclaren edition in this kind of low light camera comparison test. Are you ready? Let's go. Picture one. So I was in central London in a very expensive car park, and there was some seriously expensive cars down there. And I found this one, and it's quite fitting really because it's a McLaren. And I posted this photo on Reddit, and I tell you what, some of the stuff that you guys were saying over there was really interesting for me. So my Reddit profile's on screen right now if you want to go check out that post. But for me, when it comes to the differences here, it really comes down to the white balance and the color science of the three devices. When I was in the car park itself, there were quite a few tungsten lights around which were giving off this kind of yellowish glow, and it does seem like the Xperia 5 has compensated for this and actually delivered what I consider to be maybe the nicest photo here, but maybe not the most accurate. The Oneplus 7T Pro Mclaren and the iPhone have that yellow tint which actually reflects what I was seeing at the time, and they're not bad images. I would probably say the Oneplus 7T Pro photo is the most accurate. The iPhone's a bit too yellow, but all three are pretty detailed. The Xperia might be losing a bit of detail in the shadows. The Oneplus is boosting up the shadows just a bit, and the iPhone's somewhere in the middle of those two. It's a really tough one to call. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Let's move on to picture two. Another car, a Rolls Royce. The Xperia has more cooler tones here with a kind of purplish tint, which you can really see up there at the top of the photo. The Oneplus 7T Pro has a more yellow and greenish hue to it, and the iPhone is actually really quite nicely balanced here, but maybe not the most accurate to the eye. Again, I think the Oneplus 7T Pro is the most accurate when I think back about how it actually looked when I was standing there. Which one do you like? There's a poll up in the top right corner for you to vote on your winner for this photo. Alright, now let's move on to some slightly darker settings. I shot these next three photos outside Wembley Stadium in London. They had some kind of light festival happening at the time, and I'll just roll these three, no commentary. And I really want to know what you guys think about each one of these, so leave a comment below the video if you notice any standout differences. Now let's move on to some night video and audio tests.
Right here, right now. You can check me out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that jazz. Is ABH Beatbox. That's ABH Beatbox. TZ.
This was taken at Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park, London. Again, some really interesting results here on the three devices. My general observation here is that the Xperia 5 image is very purple, the iPhone 11 is very yellow, and the Oneplus 7T Pro is in the middle. And let's take a closer look at what's actually going on here. So I've zoomed this in post editing just to get a closer look, and for you guys to get a better idea of how the three phones handle the exposure with these bright lights. So the iPhone handles the bright lights pretty well, but the image is a bit too warm in my opinion. The OnePlus 7T Pro is doing a great job of handling the bright lights whilst keeping pretty accurate tones, and the Xperia 5 is overexposing just a little bit, but I do like the purple tones it has. It kind of gives it this cyberpunk look, which actually really improves the photo if you ask me, but maybe not the most accurate, but looks cool. Which one do you like? Let me know in the comments below. 57. So there was a shop with a bunch of neon stuff, which looked really cool, so I took a picture of it. And this one honestly is so damn close, I don't want to call it. So there's a poll up in the top right corner for you to vote on the winner of this photo, or leave a comment below and let me know why you've chosen that one as the winner. Now let's move on to some even darker scenes. So this photo I take in almost all of my night camera comparison videos, and it's up into the night sky. There was a little bit of street lighting there, and I'm actually quite shocked at how much digital noise there is on the iPhone 11 photo if you take a look at the top of the image. The OnePlus 7T Pro is clearly the brightest and the sharpest image of the three, and it's actually really amazing how much OnePlus have improved their software, because in the beginning when they first launched the OnePlus 7, they got quite a lot of criticism from the big YouTubers, but they've definitely upped their game here. And it also looks like Sony might have made some improvements as well, so bear in mind that this Xperia 5 is running Android 10 and it had a pretty big update. They didn't specify if there was any camera enhancements, but it does seem to have improved, I think. The colors are actually maybe the most accurate to how I saw it at the time, and I like the kind of gradient going into the dark blue at the top of the photo there. So here's a question for you. Do you like that OnePlus 7T Pro computational photography look, or do you prefer the more sort of neutral balanced look that the Xperia 5 is delivering? Now on to the next one. Alright, so this is one area where I've got to say AI enhanced really works well. The Xperia 5 image, as you can see, is just too dark there. There's quite a lot of loss of detail, and when you compare that to the iPhone 11 and the OnePlus 7T Pro photos, you can really see what I mean about the enhanced look really working. But if I had to choose between the three, I'd have to give it to the OnePlus 7T Pro Mclaren, just based off of the amount of lens flare that we're seeing there on the iPhone 11 photo. I think that really detracts from the Orion star constellation you can see in the sky up there in the background. It looks really awesome on the OnePlus 7T Pro. So what did you guys think? Which one won overall? There's a poll up in the top right corner right now for you to vote on your winner of this camera comparison. I'm thinking about doing a day comparison. Let me know if you want to see that. And if you enjoyed this one, you might also want to check out how these three phones did in a side-by-side speed test. That thumbnail's on screen right now. And if you just subscribed, you're now one of the finest subscribers known to man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't be late.